Welcome to Inspired by Yuri. My name is Yvette, and today we're going to discuss 5 tips and tricks to jumpstart your fitness journey today. So if you're interested, keep watching. Tip number 1 is to throw away all processed foods and juices from your cabinets. Things like frozen dinners, cookies, chips, ice cream, juices, beer, alcohol if you can. For those of us who are not comfortable with just wasting money, is to donate items, unused items, to food banks. I know that at my school we hold a food bank every Saturday for families who are unable to provide meals at home on a consistent basis. For me, in my case, I reached out to a parent that I knew struggled with providing food for her kids, and I asked her if she would be interested in coming over to look at the items that I no longer wanted, and it worked out to both of our advantages. Along with tip number 1, when you do replenish your cabinets, what you want to do, and this is very critical, is to go shopping with cash. Do not take credit cards, do not take your debit card with you, take cash. And that way you're forced to focus on the items that are necessary for your progress. So if I took $100 with me, I only had $100 to buy my vegetables, my carb source, and my protein. That really helped me out because I had to shop in a way that was going to be beneficial for me and my goals in the future. Tip number 2 is kind of strange, and you're probably gonna look at me like I'm crazy, but again, this is what I did to lose weight. I would wear a really tight shirt before I ate my meals at home, and that would force me to look at my body. So I would either eat standing up with the tight shirt on or eat sitting down. So it's whichever one is most comfortable for you. For me, I like to eat standing up when I do that method of wearing a tight shirt because I can physically see my stomach getting bigger. Again, that sounds strange, but it allows you to have that mindfulness when you're eating, to really focus on what is important on that plate. Do I really need the extra bite of rice? Do I really need that extra bite of potato? Am I gonna be comfortable in what I'm wearing in this moment? And this is the same trick I would also do when I go out to restaurants. I would wear a shirt where my belly is showing, or I would wear a shirt that was tight or pants that was tight, so that if I overate, I made myself uncomfortable in that situation by doing so. If you are wearing a loose-fitting shirt, you have more wiggle room and you're more comfortable eating because you know what? The shirt is gonna cover it. The oversized pants, I can pull it up, it's gonna cover it. And that's not what you want when you're trying to go into a fitness journey. Along with tip number 2 is once you finish eating your meal, again, this is gonna sound strange, is to brush your teeth, especially for people who have a sweet tooth. When you brush your teeth, that minty flavor is going to make you feel like you're getting dessert. And a lot of times when people brush their teeth naturally, that's the end of their day. They're getting ready to go to bed and they're not trying to eat again to ruin the process of brushing your teeth. That was something that I used to do a lot. I would brush my teeth after my food, or if I really had a bad craving for a dessert, I would eat bubble gum. And that also helped curb the craving for food as well. Tip number 3 involves this bad boy right here. What I have found to work is to label my water bottle with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So if I want to eat breakfast, I have to drink this amount of water to eat breakfast. And that's all I need to focus on. If I'm able to finish this amount, I get to eat breakfast. And if I really want to eat breakfast, I'm gonna drink it. So if I want to eat lunch, then I need to drink this amount of water in order for me to fully enjoy and feel like I'm getting a reward. The same thing goes for dinner. Yvette, if you really want to eat your, salmon and broccoli and rice, yum, you want to drink this amount of water. And I found that this helps me out a lot more because it's a reward system. It's that mental game that you play with yourself and that mindset that you want to get into for positive behaviors. And that's where you really get the bang for your buck, is when you're able to turn things that are, dreadful for some people to get in a gallon of water, just any amount of water a day, and turn it into a positive thing. You're more likely to stick to it. I found that this really does work for me. And honestly, when you drink water before you eat, you tend to eat less, and you're not as hungry throughout the day, because a lot of times when you are hungry, you're usually just thirsty. So drink water to see if it curbs that hunger. And if it does not curb the hunger, then maybe you're really hungry or you're just bored. And if you're bored, find something to do, like drink water. Tip number 4 is to find 2 to 3 people that you can confide in when you are starting your weight loss journey. So for me, I chose 3 people that I called. I said, hey, look, every single week, I'm going to send you a progress picture to keep myself accountable. I told them they don't have to say good job, they don't have to say anything. And I know that these people were not going to be sharing my progress pictures with anybody else. It was a mental way for me to stay on track and to make sure that I was doing what I needed to do to reach my goals. And that really helped me out. So every single week, faithfully, with those 3 people, I was sending my progress pictures, no matter how embarrassing the pictures were, to them, and taking a picture of me standing on the scale so that we can see progress. Adding to this tip is, too often people post, let's say on Instagram, or they tell the world like, hey, I'm gonna start a new fitness journey, I'm gonna lose all this weight, and then a week later you don't hear from them. And my advice to people in that scenario, because we are humans, humans say things, they have this, gun-ho attitude that they're going to make change happen, and things get in the way. And so I implore people to wait until you have lost at least 20 pounds, where you can see significant change and where you feel like your journey is going to continue down the path no matter what happens, before you make that announcement. Yes, you think it's motivating to let people know so that I'm motivated to continue, but then you lose credibility. And that is the last thing that you want to have happen, is that people no longer trust or believe in your ability to lose weight because you've told them 3, 4, 15 times that you're gonna lose weight, and it does not happen. So I say, just don't do it. It's not worth it. And just wait until you've seen sustainable change before you let anyone know, which is why you would choose those 3 people, those 3 confidants, the ones you know that are not going to go and share the pictures or tell anyone what's going on, that you are on this fitness journey, before you share it with the world. So hopefully that tip is going to help somebody privately get on the train and keep going until you are ready and willing to accept a new lifestyle. The 5th and final tip is to realize that this journey is a marathon and this is a lifestyle change. For example, I know a lot of people are going into the keto diet, which is a phenomenal diet for people who are trying to lose weight, because you're depleting your body of carbs, and naturally you're going to lose weight when that happens. However, we have to remember that when you are on these diets, that it is something that you're going to have to maintain for years on end. You know that you like to eat fruits. If you know you like to eat rice and bread and pasta, and you want to try the keto diet, that is not going to be sustainable for you, because you are always going to want that. And I think a lot of people go and thinking that I'm going to lose 50 pounds, in 2-3 months, and then I can go back to the way that I was eating. Well, the problem is you did not establish a routine. You did not learn how to eat properly. You did not learn how to track your foods to be able to sustain this type of lifestyle. I'm using keto as an example because this is the trend that I typically see on Instagram, or just people talking in general. I tried keto for 10 days just to have an opinion on it, and we could talk about that in a completely different video. But again, make sure you're choosing lifestyles that fit your ability to sustain it for a long period of time. So for me, I love fruits. I love rice. I am Nigerian. I need my jollof rice, okay? There's no way that I am going to be able to sustain a lifestyle that's going to deprive me of that option. Like I said, it is a marathon, and understand that losing weight is going to be one of the hardest things that you have and you will embark on if this is the lifestyle that you choose. Hopefully these tips and tricks will help you jumpstart your fitness journey. If you like this video, please comment below which of the tips you may implement this week. Share and subscribe if you're inclined. Until next time, have a great day.